real estate. It seems like everyone wants to invest in real estate. People say it all the time. They say, yeah, I'd totally like to put some money into real estate someday. Or they say, maybe after I retire. But in my 2 years of studying this, I've realized that real estate is kind of like a time machine. It's something that, if you use it correctly, you can snatch back your most valuable asset. Now, a lot of people get into real estate for the money, and this is pretty understandable. Real estate has made more millionaires than any other industry in the world. But let me tell you something. The people who most often fail at real estate are the people who get into it for the money. The people who succeed are the people who understand what their most valuable asset is. What is it? It's time. Why are these people successful? Because people who understand the value of time are usually the most driven. Time is finite, and there's no way to get it back. You can do anything with time. You can turn it into money. You can turn it into relationships. As Christians, we know you can invest it in causes much bigger than yourself that will yield eternal rewards. Basically, the demand is high, but the supply is fixed, right? But it's not as fixed as we think, because most people spend most of their lives working, right? We know this. It's the rat race, the 9 to 5. Put some money in the 401k, and then when you're old enough, you'll be able to sit on the couch and eat potato chips. But for those of us who understand our mortality, who see the hourglass drain, that's not good enough. There's a world out there to explore. There are kids' first steps to be seen. There are businesses to be built and battles to be fought. The Apostle Paul said that if you can be free, be free. If your cubicle is the only thing that you can take dominion over right now, take dominion over that cubicle. But just know that our charge is the world, right? We only have one shot in this life, so we might as well make it good. Time is your most valuable resource. Real estate is a time machine. There's no. All right. Real estate is an exponential equation. How is that? Well, suppose you bought a property for $100,000. This is how much you owe on the house. This is the value. That's pretty slow, but you can get the idea. What is this gap? This gap is called equity, okay? So we probably put 20 grand into the house, right? We have 80 left over that we still have to pay off, okay? Now, as you can see, the money we owe on the property is going down. Why is this? Well, we're paying down our mortgage, obviously. But we're not paying it, the tenants are paying it. The people who are renting this house from us are paying it, okay? Because that comes out of expenses. The way that works is profit equals income minus expenses. And you think, well, expenses, that's bad, right? That's taken away from my cash flow, my monthly cash flow, which we'll get to in a bit. But no, those tenants, part of the expenses, the main part is usually the mortgage, okay? So, the amount you owe on the house is going down. The house is appreciating over time. As you can see, that is a very inconsistent line there, but you get the idea, okay? Over time, your house is appreciating. The bigger this gap is, the more equity we have, the more our net worth is going to increase, right? This is an exponential equation. The more of these you have, the more you can buy, right? And the more you buy, the better you get at it. The better you get at it, it's like the basic principle. The more money you have, the more money you can get, okay? Real estate is an exponential equation. This makes it very powerful. Now, point number 2. Real estate can be done by anyone at any financial level. Basically, real estate is achievable. How can we say this? Not all of us have this 20 grand to just drop in a house, right? Well, here's the thing. There are thousands of Americans, studies have shown there are thousands of Americans with thousands of dollars in the bank who aren't happy. Why? Because of inflation. Inflation is decreasing that money every year, every day. Maybe they have it in the stock market. The stock market is complicated. Sometimes it doesn't give a great ROI. You can give a great ROI. How is that possible? I don't know anything. I don't have any money. Well, ROI, return on investment. Okay? Here's how this works. Stock market often gives about 8%. In real estate, you can usually shoot for 10%. Maybe if you're really good, you can get 15%. How is this? Well, you, as the person with the big fat zero in the bank, can learn how to find those great properties, right? You can find those properties that have way more income than they have expenses, or they have really high potential for appreciation, the value going up. Okay? You can find someone who will gladly give you that 20 grand, or maybe that 10 grand if you already have 10 of your own, so that you can get that property, right? Because you're making them money, okay? You're making yourself money. You're making better housing for other people. The other reason why real estate is achievable is that real estate principles are very easy to follow. There's things like the BRRRR strategy. You're telling me, Ethan, that's a lot of R's. I don't know what that means. You can figure it out. Buy, rent, rehab, refinance, repeat. Really simple. There's house hacking. That's where you live in the house. There's house flipping. We all know that. There's what's another one? There are many. There are many of them. House flip. Okay. These principles are easy. You do not have to have an engineering degree and an IQ of 140 to figure this out. Okay. You can buy the property, and you can figure out the strategies. They're not some complicated formula. Real estate success is achievable. Now, why are we doing this? The whole point of real estate is to get freedom, right? Real estate puts you at the helm. It puts you in charge of your own life. It means that you are now not working for the 9 to 5. You can work from anywhere. You do not have that financial burden because you're getting that passive income, right? You're getting that monthly cash flow. So, in conclusion, real estate is powerful because of the exponential equation, right? The sooner you do this, the more money you will make. Real estate is good because real estate success is achievable by anyone. Real estate is good because it puts you at the helm and it puts you in charge of your own life. Now, people online are probably getting tired of my pirate examples by now, but there's a great line in Pirates of the Caribbean where Jack Sparrow is talking to another character about his favorite ship. And he says, wherever we want to go, we'll go. That's what a ship is, you know. It's not just a keel and a hull and a deck and sails. That's what a ship is. Or that's what a ship needs. But what a ship is freedom. And I would submit to you that real estate is the same thing. Real estate is freedom. Okay? Real estate can be done by anyone, almost anywhere, from anywhere. Okay? Real estate unlocks locked doors and allows you to live your life. The potential is endless. The horizon is clear. That's what's the sale.